The Ottomans were known for their military prowess, administrative innovations, and cultural achievements. They ruled over a diverse population of people and incorporated many different cultures and religions into their society. The Ottoman Empire was founded by a Turkish tribal leader named Osman in 1299, who then established a small principality in northwestern Anatolia. Over the next few centuries, the Ottomans expanded their territory through a combination of conquests, diplomacy, and alliances, absorbing neighboring territories and peoples, eventually encompassing much of southeastern Europe, Western Asia, and northern Africa. One of the most significant events in the early history of the Ottoman Empire was the conquest of Constantinople in 1453. The city had been the capital of the Byzantine Empire for centuries, and its capture marked the end of the Byzantine Empire and the beginning of Ottoman domination in the region. After the conquest of Constantinople, the Ottomans continued to expand their territory, taking over much of the Balkans and parts of the Middle East. Under the reign of Suleiman the Magnificent 1566, the Ottoman Empire expanded to its greatest extent, reaching the height of its power and influence. Suleiman's military campaigns were marked by a series of victories and conquests, which significantly expanded the empire's territory and resources. One of Suleiman's most significant military campaigns was the Siege of Vienna in 1529, during which he led an army of 120,000 soldiers in an attempt to capture the city. Although the Ottomans were ultimately unsuccessful in their siege, the campaign demonstrated their military might and their ability to project their power deep into Europe. Suleiman also led successful campaigns in Hungary, capturing the strategic fortress of Belgrade in 1521 and defeating a Hungarian army at the Battle of Mohacs in 1526. These victories allowed the Ottomans to extend their control over much of Hungary and Transylvania. In addition to his military campaigns, Suleiman oversaw significant cultural and administrative achievements within the Ottoman Empire. He implemented a series of reforms to the legal and administrative systems, and he commissioned numerous works of art and architecture, including the magnificent Soleimani Mosque in Istanbul. Other Ottoman leaders also contributed to the expansion of the empire. Mehmed II, known as Mehmed the Conqueror, captured Constantinople in 1453, ending the Byzantine Empire and establishing Istanbul as the new capital of the Ottoman Empire. Selimai, known as Selim the Grim, conquered much of the Middle East and North Africa, including Egypt and Syria. The Ottoman military was one of the most advanced and powerful in the world during its peak in the 16th century, and it played a key role in the expansion and success of the Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman military was highly organized and relied on a combination of conscription and voluntary enlistment to maintain its strength. One of the most famous and elite units of the Ottoman military was the Janissaries. The Janissaries were an infantry unit composed of slave soldiers who were recruited as boys from the Balkans and other regions and trained to be loyal soldiers of the Ottoman Empire. They were known for their loyalty to the Sultan and their discipline on the battlefield. The Janissaries were equipped with muskets and other advanced weapons, and they were often used as shock troops in battle. In addition to the Janissaries, the Ottoman military also had other elite units, including the Sipahi cavalry, the Bashi Bazouk irregular troops, and the Topka artillery. The Sipahi cavalry was composed of Ottoman nobles who were granted land in return for military service, and they were known for their horsemanship and skill with a sword. The Bashi Bazouk were irregular troops who were known for their ferocity in battle, and they were often used as light infantry or as raiders behind enemy lines. The Topku were the Ottoman artillery corps, and they were known for their use of advanced cannon technology. The Ottoman military also relied on a system of forts and fortifications to defend its territory and maintain control over conquered lands. The Ottomans were known for their use of advanced fortifications, including the famous walls of Constantinople, which helped to protect the city from numerous sieges over the centuries. Overall, the Ottoman military was a highly organized and disciplined force that relied on a combination of advanced weapons, elite units, and strategic fortifications to maintain its power and influence over a vast empire. The Ottoman Empire was ruled by a system of government that was based on a hierarchical and centralized structure. At the top of this system was the Sultan, who held absolute power and was considered to be the head of both the state and the Islamic world. The Sultan was also known as the Caliph, or the leader of the Muslim community. The Ottoman government was highly centralized and hierarchical, and the Sultan's power was absolute. However, the government also had a degree of flexibility, and officials were often appointed based on their competence, rather than their social status or family connections. This helped to ensure that the Ottoman government remained relatively efficient and effective, even as the empire grew in size and complexity over time. The Ottoman economy was a diverse and complex system that relied on agriculture, taxation, and trade to sustain the empire's growth and expansion. Agriculture was the backbone of the Ottoman economy, and the empire was known for its fertile lands and advanced irrigation systems that allowed for the cultivation of a wide variety of crops. The Ottoman government levied taxes on the agricultural sector, with taxes being collected in the form of produce and cash. The economy was also heavily reliant on trade, and the empire was a key player in the global trade networks of the time. The Ottomans controlled key trade routes between Asia, Europe, and Africa, and they were known for their advanced shipbuilding techniques and maritime prowess. Overall, the Ottoman economy was a diverse and complex system that relied on a combination of agriculture, taxation, trade, and skilled labor to sustain the empire's growth and prosperity. The Ottoman Empire was a culturally rich and diverse society that produced a wide range of artistic and cultural achievements. The Ottoman Empire was also known for its rich cuisine, which featured a wide variety of meats, vegetables, and spices. Popular Ottoman dishes include kebabs, stuffed vegetables, and various types of pilaf. Overall, the Ottoman Empire produced a rich and diverse culture that had a lasting impact on the world. Its music, literature, art, architecture, and cuisine continue to be studied and appreciated today. The decline of the Ottoman Empire was a complex process that took place over several centuries. By the early 20th century, the empire was a shadow of its former self, and it ultimately dissolved following World War I. In the 19th century, as European powers began to expand their influence in the region, the Ottoman Empire struggled to keep pace with the changing geopolitical landscape. However, the empire began to decline in the 19th century as its economy weakened and its military power declined. The empire's decline accelerated in the early 20th century as it suffered a series of military defeats in the Balkan Wars and World War I. In 1922, the last Sultan of the Ottoman Empire, Mehmed VI, was deposed, and in 1923, the Republic of Turkey was established, bringing an end to the Ottoman era. He finally collapsed after World War I, and its territories were divided among the victorious powers.